Speaking of the Jets, Jamal, at what point in your career there in New York did you realize it was time for you to get a change of scenery? At what point? And what was that defining point for you?
Bro, man, as bad as I wanted to stick it out, man. I really wanted to, you know, stick it out and actually become a Jet for life.
Mm-hmm.
I said that and I meant that because I felt I could do it by myself. But when I look back on it, man, I couldn't. You know what I mean? I couldn't do what I wanted to do by myself. And, obviously I came in, man, as a rookie. I knew that, let's be honest, the Jets were the laughing stock. We didn't have respect around the league.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't respect us in the media, whatever. I remember walking into that locker room and guys was getting cut left and right, top guys. I remember Eric Decker getting cut right off the rip, like first day. And I'm walking in like, whoa, what's going on? I'm a rookie, right? And I'm walking into all of this, and no shade on Eric Decker, much respect to bro. But just walking into that and guys getting cut left and right and kind of seeing how this was really working. I never had a vet, that showed me the way. I never had a Pat P that showed me the way, right? It was me and Marcus May. And we were learning off the rope. We were thrown into the fire, bro. Todd Bowles threw us right into the fire. Denard Wilson, who's still there, the DB coach, one of my favorite coaches of all time, taught me so much about the game. And, we were thrown in the fire and we had to grow up quick, right? In my rookie year, bro, I was just running around. I was making some plays here and there, but I was just running around. Just eyes bad, just, you're out there. You know what I mean? You think you playing rat ball. You think you know ball, but you don't really know ball, right? So I knew it was time for me to kind of move on when my last game in Buffalo, mind you, I had a high ankle sprain 2 games prior to the last game, and I missed the 2 games, right? So I wanted to come back because I wanted to finish. I didn't know what my future, I didn't know what it was gonna hold, but I knew that something possibly could happen. Either I'm gonna force them to pay me, or they're gonna let me walk, right? And for me, I never asked them to be paid. I simply told them, hey man, if you guys want me here to be a Jet for life, you're telling the media, you're telling the fans, let's sit down and talk, right? This is after the fact they told me, hey man, we want to offer you. This is during the Pro Bowl. We want to offer you the last Pro Bowl. We want to offer you a extension, and we'll talk. So they kept kind of feeding me. Okay, we'll talk this time, and then boom, that didn't work. They pushed it back, and then they kept pushing it back. So then it was like, okay, they're playing this kind of game. So then when they kept doing that and kept jabbing at me, I was like, you know what? I want to be paid. Like I'm not gonna go up there and continue to suffer, going through losses, countless losses every year, unless I get paid, because I wanna win. You know what I mean? That's what it was about. For me, it was like, okay, if I'm gonna be the franchise player, which they didn't like that, you know what I mean, as a safety.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be a franchise player.
No. That's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, it's not supposed to happen.
It was almost like, whoa, okay, this kid actually, he might be a franchise player.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they were more so shocked that, whoa, it's not a quarterback. It's not, something's wrong. So I felt I was being so disrespected by them, and they bashed my name and said I was a bad teammate. I was this and that. And it was just like, bro, I did everything to support the Jets on and off the field. Even when people were talking down on us, I was like, no, man, we're going to be all right. Like I was bringing the juice back into the Jets. Like no one was, my rookie year, no one on TV was talking about the Jets.
Nope.
No one.
Nope.
Absolutely no one. If you literally go back, absolutely no one. My second year, juices started to fly. Okay, started to get a little swagger. And then that third year, it really started to ramp up. Got Le'Veon over there, CJ Mosley. And man, it was forming, should I say. But things broke down, man, from top to bottom, bro. Like it's just not It's more than what people think. Like it wasn't about, oh, Jamal's being selfish. No, Jamal's not being selfish. Jamal's, because at the end of the day, this is all business.
Yep.
Jamal was looking out for himself and his family, right? Just like anybody else that has a job, they're looking out for their family.
And they brought the contract extension to you.
Right. They brought it to me.
That's what people do. This is something people don't know, right? You're filling us in.
And that was something, bro, at the time, it was like, bro, I'm not even going to fight fans or fight people of what they're saying about me, because at the end of the day, I knew the truth.
Yeah.
Because I had everything on recording. I knew everything. Every time my GM was on the phone with my agent, I was on the phone.
Yeah.
I just didn't say nothing. I was muted. I heard everything he said. Everything. And for me, bro, it got to the point to where, like, let me go back. That Buffalo game, the last game, man, we finished 7-9, right? And we came into the locker room and everybody was happy, clapping it up. And it was just like, what do I really want? Can I stand this again? Because, bro, I fought depression in New York, bro. And I'm manning up.
Really?
I fought depression, bro.
Wow.
Oh, but there was so many, there's been so many times to where I've came home after a tough loss, and just sat in my room, bro, in the dark. No phone, no TV. And Pops will walk in and be like, hey, man, you all right? I just be like, all right, I'm good. He hated to see me like that. It killed my Pop so much, come to find out, he was calling my agent at the time and saying, hey, man, I don't like seeing my son like this. I need him out of this situation. So it got so bad to where it took a toll on my life outside of football, to where I had to make a move. I had to get out there because I knew what I wanted, and I wanted to win. It's simple with me, bro. Like money's a plus, like, but I love the game of football. This is a kid's game, but we make king money. The money's a plus. I love what I do, right? Yeah. And I've always been driven like that. So for me, bro, like, it was just little stuff like that where it was like, man, they do not want to win. Right. And I was sick of hearing the rebuild year. I was sick of hearing that because I was like, man, why not now? What are we waiting on? Like, I get certain pieces, you got to pay. I get it. But what are we waiting on? So I felt like, okay, if you guys feel I'm the face of the franchise, if you feel you want to make me a Jet for life, pay me and let's start this thing right. Because you didn't pay anybody else.
Nah, they had money available.
They had money available. Yeah. So therefore, I was like, okay, something's not right. So come to find out, Joe Douglas told me, after he told my agent after the trade went through, that they weren't going to pay me until 2022. So that was just like, okay, that was just God. That was God getting me out of a situation like that. And again, bro, it wasn't about the money with me. It was just about the respect. And I felt like I wasn't getting the respect that I deserved, right? And I did so much for the Jets on and off the field, 2-time MVP of the team back-to-back. Like, the Curtis Martin Award, the only person that did it 3 times was Curtis Martin. The only one who did it back-to-back was Curtis Martin. And it was just like, dang, do you really value me? Right. Am I just a safety to you guys? Because to me, I don't consider myself a safety. I consider myself a playmaker. Right. You know what I mean? I make plays. I wreck games. That's what I consider myself. So I don't limit to myself to one job or one dimension. You know what I mean? So I've always had, that confidence to where I can do anything. I can do everything you ask me to. And if I miss it, or if I have bad eyes on one play, get beat, it still don't matter, because at the end of the day, I know what I can do and I know what I bring to the table. So anything that's said outside, anything that's said in the media, like, now it's like, okay, bro, whatever, wipe that off, because I've dealt with the New York media. Right. I'm not worried about the naysayers, because at the end of the day, they don't understand what we really go through on the field, and the sacrifice and how hard it is to, take the right angles, make that tackle, or have your eyes in the right placement when you get a fly motion, or here comes. It's different things, right? So, yeah, man, it's a blessing, bro. I think it's taught me so much, about the business, being traded, and at the end of the day, bro, you have to take care of yourself, because this is all business at the end of the day. You guys know that, you know what I mean? And you just want the right fit. You want the right organization that appreciates you. And that's all I was looking for, bro. And Seattle blessed me with that. Man, they blessed me to let me be myself. Let me come over here and not be judged, not have to walk on eggshells when I'm in the building, like not having to hide from my GM or owner or my own. They're not talking to me like like, when McFadden was there, bro. I'll never forget, man. He used to walk past, a lot of the guys in the hallway, and it
wouldn't speak.
Me. He didn't speak. It bothered me. It bothered me so much, because I was raised that when you walk into someone's house, walk into a room, you speak to everybody.
You speak. Yeah,
exactly. You speak to the damn dog if you have to. Right? I was raised like that. So for me, it was like, man, we're in this to win it, and we're not pulling on the same rope.
Right.
We're talking about accountability. We're talking about, we have to be better doing the little things, but we're not doing the little things in the building as a group, as a collective group. And it starts from top to bottom.
No question.
You know what I mean? And it was so much negative, bro, that it fed and it went to other guys that didn't have strong mentals to where they couldn't fight it. And then it came on to me, and I had all this pressure on me, and I was like, man, I can't do it anymore. Right. I knew I couldn't do it when moms called me and said, son, I don't want you there anymore. I knew it was my time to go.
Because your parents, they were seeing what you were going through.
Oh, they seen it, bro. Yeah, they seen it. They seen the ins and outs. And that's why I literally had to do what I had to do to get out of the situation. I didn't want to go about it like that. Yeah. But that was the only way out. Right. They didn't even want to let me go. Joe Douglas called before the trade and said, are you sure he wants to go through this? Are you sure he wants to go through with this? After I done told a little bit of a lot, of what's going on. Right. And they didn't even want to let me go. And bro, it was more my mentals, bro. I was like, listen, I can't do it anymore. I can't fight it. Yeah. I love New York. I love the fans, bro, but I couldn't fight it. It was so negative, and I couldn't do it anymore. It was taking a toll on my life. It was taking a toll on my family. You know what I mean? And the relationships that I had, it was killing me. But man, I have so much respect for the people that I did work with, that we had a connection over there. I knew everybody in the building. That's just like at LSU. I knew everybody in the building, because I think that's important to know everybody in the building, because when you do that, that's where respect comes, and that's where you learn the ins and outs of the organization or whatever, the business or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? So it was tough, man. A lot of people don't understand that, I went through a lot of depression, man, fighting it, and just trying to go out there and make plays. And I was so hurt to see everybody flip on me. That was one thing that I was like, man, this is how they really felt about me? Yeah. A bad teammate? Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Not me. Not me. I'm all about winning, bro.
Especially when you doing everything for your guys.
Come on, man. Come on, bro.
And you calling me a bad teammate? Come on.
Yeah, that took a toll on me, bro.
But that also tell you, Jamal, how together the group wasn't. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, we know it's a business, and clearly when you see things are not done the right way, you should understand as a player, as a teammate, what each individual is going through. And that's something that fans don't understand about good organizations and bad organizations.
Absolutely.
And it's something as simple as seeing the GM or the owner walk into the facility and don't speak to the players that are going about their business every day. Just because you might not be a starter, you might not be a role player, but you have a role and it's important. Make me feel like I'm family. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's the ins and outs that people don't realize. And the best way I can simplify this to our listeners and our viewers, whatever your 9 to 5 is, just imagine your boss don't speak to you.
Yeah, like how you gonna walk in?
You walk into the building to give it your all, to make sure
Come
you're
on.
providing what you need to provide for the company, and the guy that's signing your check or hired you walk right past you, but speak to the next person because he has a higher role than you. Imagine
Right.
how that make you feel.
Correct. And bro, he meant well. He really meant well, but he just didn't have the communication skills.
Mhm.
Right. And not everybody has those skills, but you have to learn them if you don't have them. If you're in this business or top level business,
You
you
better
have to learn that.
Yeah.
Even if you don't feel comfortable, to be successful, you got to be uncomfortable at times, right? Yeah. And so it needed to be done, and that was something that I never forget, bro. It was the last meetings. You have your
Exit meetings.
Your exit meetings, right?
Yep.
And I went to him, and he asked. He was like, "Is there things that we can do? I can do personally to help out and change?" And I said, "Man, the number one thing is you got to speak to people. When you walk into the hallway, there's no way they don't feel your energy, your positive energy, no matter what. You can't walk past a player, bro.
Nah.
You can't do it.
Man, you can't walk past the people who works in the cafeteria.
Come on, man.
You can't, the people who are getting tape, the ball boys. You have to treat everybody like they're important. Because you don't know exactly how that can impact them to go about their business. That's one thing we had in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, man.
Art Rooney, Mr. Dan Rooney, either one. They would speak to you at any given time. You can be a practice squad player. Yeah. You can be somebody who did just sign in for 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. And that's why we always won, because we felt like family.
Right. That's how it is over here, man. Like, it was literally walked in and I felt loved. I felt at home. I'm like, wow, this is what I envisioned.
Right.
Because I wanted to shift the culture in New York. I wanted to do everything possible to bring a championship or just get back to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's what I was fighting for. And I felt like, okay, I'm gonna really change this around, bro, as a defensive player, as a safety. And I had the vision, but my vision wasn't big enough. There's this over here, man. Not even close to what I envisioned. Yeah. Not even close. And it's just a culture. When you have that culture, when you have that family, when you know that you can count on your guy next to you, he'll speak to you when you're in the hallway. There's no hating. No one's hating on no one. You know what I mean? Like, we're in it to win it, right? GM comes down, he talks to you all the time. He's joking with you. Pete talking to you, joking with you. Cafeteria guys feel important, as they should. Right? Because they're putting fuel in our body. That's important.
Right.
They should, the equipment guys trying to be the best equipment guys in the league.
Right.
Putting us in the best uniforms, making sure everything is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, that's important, bro. The littlest things that mattered to me. And when I came from New York and then coming over here, it was a total shock.
Yeah.
It was like, whoa, this is how the NFL is supposed to be. This is how they're supposed to take care of you.
Right.
Okay. Right. This is the dream that I was dreaming. Makes sense now. It makes sense.